We're underway with the Thunder 4 Minis, and it's Chess Williams in the 46. Here comes Ricky Austin with a new ride for him in that silver 42X. Austin, from the outside, will take command in that Mitsubishi Eclipse. Williams back to second, and now they're double file for third through sixth. Adriana Dodge trying to hold on, but they're working her on the outside. Here comes Gunnar Jocelyn in the 37, and Bruce Hall in the 57. Shuffling Adriana Dodge back to fifth. And now Gunnar Jocelyn has caught up to second place of Chess Williams. Working the high side. Oh, we've lost something there. We got debris going into turn 3. Something fell off of Chess Williams' car. Oh, yellow flag flies. It's a debris caution in turn 3. Something came off of Chess Williams' car, I believe it looked like. You don't need that to race, though. 4 laps in the books, 6 left to go. We're going green once again this time. Ricky Austin and Gunnar Jocelyn now on the front row. Ricky Austin shoots back out front. Here comes Bruce Hall on the outside, the 57 working the top line. Jocelyn able to hold him off momentarily. Bruce Hall working on some momentum going into 3. He'll bring it up wheel to wheel for the second spot. And they're not letting Ricky Austin get too far out of sight. Maintaining within a couple car lengths, side by side, right behind your leader. 4 laps to go, now at the line. Chess Williams holds down 4th. Adriana Dodge rounds out the top 5. Bruce Hall still working that high line, unable to advance over Gunnar Jocelyn. He'll pull in behind single file now, holding down the 3rd spot. White flag's gonna wave over the first of 3 Thunder 4 mini heats. Some bumper tag going on for 2nd and 3rd. Bruce Hall gives Gunnar Jocelyn a little push. He wants the inside line, but Jocelyn's not gonna let him have it. Ricky Austin will win. Gunnar Jocelyn will hold down 2nd. Bruce Hall in the 57 makes up your top 3. Heat 2 coming at ya. We've got a stacked pits full of Super Streets and Thunder 4 Minis. 3 heats apiece for those 2 classes this evening. Shane Weber washes way high on the front stretch. Farrington follows him up there. These guys are really arcing it out on the front side. Sliding almost up to the wall. Shane Weber hangs on to it and holds down the lead over Jeff Farrington. Shane Weber likely to pick up the championship today for the Sweatt's Concrete Thunder 4 Minis. This is their season finale. Shane Weber holds a 30-point lead over Zach Audette in the points. And then it's Jeff Farrington in third in the points, 82 points behind Shane Weber, so going to be pretty hard to make that one up. We'll find out if Zach Audette is racing tonight in heat number 3. But so far, we haven't seen him in the first 2 qualifiers. So Shane Weber gets the halfway flags. And he's most likely going to pick up the 2022 Thunder 4 Mini Points Championship this year. Coming around for 4 laps to go for the Squirrel in the 7s, Shane Weber. Farrington trying to keep him honest in the 0X. Butch Keane running quite comfortably in the top 3. And a bunch of these guys having plenty of issues. The 21 going up in a puff of smoke on the backside. Carter Philibrown looks like he's going to take it to the pits now in the 21. And more trouble. A tire comes off in 3 and 4. That's the 88.
Ready to wrap this one up with 7 laps complete.
Nose to tail. Shane Weber, Jeff Farrington, Butch Keane. They're going to see 2 laps to go this time. And Ken, Zach Audette was Shane Weber's closest competitor. Do you know if Zach's going to be racing in heat number 3, if he's here at all? Yep, he is. All right, so we'll see Zach Audette out there in qualifier number 3. White flag flies. As we mentioned, Shane Weber has a 30-point lead over Zach Audette going into tonight's finale. So, pretty comfortable, but it is not impossible for Zach Audette to win this championship. Anything can happen. And shooting out like a rocket in the 19. That is Zach Audette trying to win this championship with a 30-point deficit behind Shane Weber. David Cook in the 44. Kyle Willett in the 08, uptight, rounding out your top 3. Keeping him honest. Trouble for Willett. He slides down, getting over the curb, kicking up some dirt in turn 1. And Cody Hodge is right there to try to capitalize, putting a nose to the inside in the 72 car. Sliding sideways through turn 1, Cody Hodge coming all the way from Vermont. He'll reside in the top 4 with Derek Cook rounding out 5th. Field getting pretty well spread out, as they'll see halfway this time with Zach Audette, David Cook, and Kyle Willett, your top 3. Sideways again for the Vermont native, Cody Hodge in the 72. Struggles through 1 and 2. Clips the curb once more. And Derek Cook is going to be right there. Cook in the 88 will slide underneath and take 4th away from Cody Hodge. Cody Hodge will now round out the top 5 with Brandon Lizotte in the 14 car, hanging tight with them. And then Randy DePietro in the 5 car. A rookie rounding out the field. A lap and a half to go. Zach Audette trying to get those 10 heat race points to try to keep Shane Weber at bay for the championship. White flag will wave for Zach Audette. David Cook in the 44, the most recent feature winner in the Thunder 4, is unable to maintain with Mr. Excitement. Audette will pick up heat number 3.
Thunder 4 Minis coming at you for 25 laps. Pace car is in, and here we go. Everybody scrambling up into turn 1 and 2. Lead pair stay even up. Ricky Austin and Gunnar Jocelyn. Jocelyn's couple of cars getting around over there in the backstretch into turn 3. The beauty of front wheel drive. Was just about to say we got a couple drivers locked in a good battle for Rookie of the Year honors, and they happen to be running in the second and third positions right now. Gunnar Jocelyn and Bruce Hall Jr. Bruce Hall coming into the weekend 4th in points, Jocelyn 5th. Little ways back to the 4th position. That is held by Chess Williams. But some fast cars motoring around the outside. The 0X of Jeff Farrington moves up to 4th. Zach Audette cracks the top 5 now. The number 19 moves into the 5th position. Kyle Willett working that high side as well. Problems for Chess Williams in the 46. Able to hang on to it.
Things getting pretty dicey. Everybody gathers it back up and they remain green. 5 laps into it, already a lot of excitement happening. Ricky Austin still leads in the 42X Eclipse. Yellow flag finally flies for the 53 on the backstretch this time, Austin Dodge.
That'll bring out the first caution, this one with 5 laps complete. While we get a chance to, want to say hello to the folks watching on Racing America this afternoon. A lot of folks watching online, and we got a car breaking down there. Last time it was Austin Dodge. This time it's Adriana Dodge in the 35. You can hear the car skipping badly over there in turn racing. 2. 6 complete. Back at it with Ricky Austin and Gunnar Jocelyn. Jocelyn outruns into turn 3. Can't get down in front, though. Austin runs back to the inside. Zach Audette doing what he has to do. He's got to win this race. Oh, Jeff Farrington grazed the backstretch wall, scraped a little off of that one. And we got a couple cars up hard into the wall up in turn 3, and that will bring out a red flag. The brake pedal's there somewhere, son. Keep jabbing. Hard hit for the 46 of Chess Williams. He backed it in there pretty solid.
There was a lot of wild action going on.
Also, oops, sorry. Yeah, the 53 up there as well.
But there was a totally separate circumstance that I didn't even catch what happened there at the top of turn 3. There was some wild stuff going on with the 72, that new runner from Vermont. Him and David Cook were getting into it, as well as Derek Cook in the 88. And since this caution or red flag wasn't for them, they'll kind of capitalize from this because they'll get their spots back. I think they lost a few positions out of that little slap and tickle action.
Stealing one from our friend Kevin Varney. Also, the 0X of Jeff Farrington, we had called him for, he took about an inch off that backstretch wall right in front of Sean Dickinson, and looks like he'll take advantage of that as well. So another Pro Bodyworks cleanup. Okay, race control's going to work on getting the lineup taken care of while they finish the cleanup up there in turn 1 and up in turn 3, that is. I'll get there eventually. Any word on our drivers? Okay, just got to check with our safety crew up there in turn 3. A couple of drivers shaking up a little bit, but both talking to the safety crew and catching their breath, and we'll get them out of their cars, all the safety work, all the safety equipment doing its job. So we want to make sure we give our drivers as much time as necessary, but thank you to our safety crew once again for being on the spot. All right, Chief Starter Nate Senna did not like that start, so they have explicit instructions, go on to Flagman's Green. So we will flip row 1 and row 2. That puts Bruce Hall at the point now with Jeff Farrington. This one's a good start. Green is out. Bruce Hall Jr., top rookie in the class, will lead him down the back chute. Jocelyn's going to make it 3 wide into turn 3. Backs out of it as Hall keeps the low side covered up. Shane Weber in the 7. He's right where he needs to be. He only needs to finish inside the top 15. If he finishes 14th or better, he's got the championship. And that's if Zach Audette wins the race. Audette right now running in 4th. With David Cook, you know, the 44's not going to be too far behind as they work their way around the 37 of Gunnar Jocelyn. Bruce Hall Jr. in the number 57, looking for his first career win. Jeff Farrington wasn't even sure he'd be able to race today. He was talking this morning like he might not even make it to the track today, but he stands to turn in his best finish of the season. Audette's now up into 3rd, looking to the outside. He knows he has to win this race to even have a shot at the title. Audette's been a 5-time winner already. He's got the tiebreaker over the 7 of Shane Weber. Weber just a 2-time winner, but Shane has been a bit more consistent this season. Halfway this time by. Shane Weber running in 7th. Lucky number 7 for him. He's working the outside of Cook. Here comes Audette around the outside. Bruce Hall still holds that position. The interval just 4 1/1000ths of a second, but Audette finishes the pass as they get to turn 2. Put the 19 car in the lead.
Nine laps to go. Zach Audette puts quite a bit of a cushion on him and the rest of the field in a hurry. Bruce Hall in the 57 is left to fend off second with pressure from the 0X of Jeff Farrington. And now David Cook in the mix in the 44. He's going to make it a 3-car battle for second place now, as Gunnar Jocelyn rounds out the top 5 quite comfortably.
Bruce Hall gunning for his first podium finish of the season. He's got 3 top 5s, but has yet to make it onto the podium this year. So far, his best run of the season, but he's got some fast cars starting to line up behind him. Farrington in 3rd, David Cook in 4th. Gunnar Jocelyn, one of his best runs of the year, he runs in the 5th position. 5 laps to go, this time by the stripe for Zach Audette. Full straightaway lead now for the number 19 as he works his way through a couple slower cars. DePietro in the 5 car way off the pace. Looks like he's heading for the pits. This time by 2 laps to go. Bruce Hall Jr. Best of the rest at this point, and a little bit of a cushion now over Farrington. Going to have that 74 car to deal with possibly on the last lap. White flag this time. David Cook and Jeff Farrington starting to mix it up a little bit for that 3rd and final spot in victory lane. Audette gets win number 6. Bruce Hall Jr. will finish in 2nd. Second place goes to Bruce Hall. Jeff Farrington takes the 3rd spot. I think he wants to burn it down here. That's the trouble with these front-wheel drive cars. There you go. He was the Rookie of the Year last year here in the Thunder 4s and ran in the top 3 in points. We'll get a word with our champion as well here in just a moment as they roll into Coastal Auto Parts victory lane. Let's send things trackside. Nick Huff's got your top 3.
And Zach Audette, win number 6 for the season.
Talk to the 3rd place first.
All right. All right, Shane Weber's the champion. You look pretty excited out there, Shane, and it's your birthday, is that right?
Well, it was Wednesday, this past Wednesday, 4 days ago.
All right. Well, did you have fun out there? You didn't have as solid of a car as you normally do. You normally rate in the top 3, but a 7th place is not carrying fantastic of you.
When you got nothing to lose and you got everything to lose, there's always, you never need to be up there. There's nothing for me up there right now. I don't care about that trophy. I went to the one. I had to finish that race what I had to.
Yep.
So that ain't nothing. You see him shoot up through there. He has everything. He's got to gain everything he can. So, I mean, got to do what he's can, get every point he can. I don't blame him. So, I had everything I had to do was finish the race. And I did it.
And you did it, just enough.
I got to thank Bob. Bob here helped me on a couple bad wrecks, got me back on the lead lap, kept me maintaining my points. My wife and David helped me build the car. I should have had it last year, but I think there was more into play, so should have been 2 in a row. We'll go from there.
All right, hey, Jeff Farrington, congratulations on a 3rd place run. Hey, I know you're a little heated right now, but anybody you want to thank for sponsors on the season?
I'm trying a variety, True North Surveying. I got to go to a funeral tomorrow for Rodney Turner. A lot of people know that name. Shane had an awesome season. These guys got a lot of experience and a lot of experience building that car, and congratulations. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
3rd place, Jeff Farrington. And Bruce Hall, your first podium of the season. How's it feel?
Great. It's been a long time.
Nick, turn him
coming. We've been
around.
Putting a lot of time into this car, week in, week out, hours and hours and hours. First person I need to thank is Zach Audette. He's given me more help than anybody I can count on. I also need to thank Chris Becker, Julie Becker, Stephen Brown, and Rick. Everybody's helped me get here, and I appreciate it all.
All right, Bruce Hall in the 57 takes home his first podium of the year. And Zach Audette, what more can you say? We've had plenty of interviews with you, my man. What happened here?
I don't know. I just got together. I felt like we got together, but whatever it is. I got to congrats Shane on his championship. He had a hell of a year. There's no more that deserves it than him. So I missed a race. It's my own fault. So I'm happy for Shane. I mean, he drove his ass off this year, so that's all I can say.
All right, nice run, Zach Audette. That's going to do it from the Sweatt's Concrete Thunder 4 Minis. So really trying to catch up with some Super Street guys, but they're in a very long, prolonged meeting there. So I'll get next best, Ryan Ripley, because how's Darren related to you? That your uncle?
Yes, yep, he's my uncle.
He's the fastest Super Street so far today.
Is he? Yeah, he's been pretty good. The car's new. It's a real sentimental car to him. He raced it, I don't know if it was 15, 20 years ago. It's a car that him and Scott Delano won all those races with, and we brought it back to life. So he's really looking to bring that thing back to the winner's circle.
Yeah, you guys have supported us with so many classes, the whole Ripley family, and the car you're racing today, you started in late model with it earlier this year, but now you guys are running in pro stock. What made you want to do that?
That was kind of the plan originally anyways. We wanted to go pro stock racing, but it was already a late model, and so he's tried it there. I tried it a couple times. Darren jumped in it, and we had fun with it, but I don't know. We've been all over Star, Lee. We thought about going to White Mountains last weekend, but I don't know. Now we're here.
Yeah, you guys have had a pretty eventful year, so you guys feeling confident today?
Yeah, I think if I get my stagger right, stagger was closed up on it, but I think we'll have a good piece come feature time.
All right, the Ripley family. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Time for the top shelf. Pro Stocks, take the green. David Getchell shoots down the backstretch nice and strong. Calvert in the 07 getting hung out to dry. He's throwing anchor. and losing a bunch of spots in a hurry, now falling back to 5th as St. Clair is going to motor up the inside. Steven Chicoine up to 2nd, giving chase to David Getchell. Here comes your champion. Kevin Douglas looks to the outside of Chicoine. Happy to have the 0-2 of Shane Lane back, but he looks off the pace coming out of turn 4 in the 0-2. They're going to catch up to David Getchell in a hurry. Here comes Kevin Douglas to the outside, looking for the top spot already. Contact in turn 1. Steven Chicoine cuts across the front end of Josh St. Clair and sends St. Clair sideways, drifting it through turn 1. He'll gather it back up. But he's going to lose some ground on the top 3. St. Clair now about 5 car lengths behind Steven Chicoine. He'll try to reel him back down in a hurry as they just saw the halfway flags. Kevin Douglas on rails once again. 2 laps to go for the 2022 champion. And they are bunched up tight once again behind the 88 of Getchell, Chicoine, and Josh St. Clair, duking it out. White flag flies, and Chicoine pulls up high to let Josh St. Clair have that line. Now he's working on David Getchell for 2nd as Douglas is going to pick up the win. Slight contact out of the last corner, but David Getchell fends off Josh St. Clair for 2nd.
40 laps, the regular distance. Pace car ready to turn in. Douglas and Getchell ready to go. Green flag is out. A rare front row starting spot for Kevin Douglas. Back in his old familiar ride that drove him to 5 feature wins this season. And Douglas already starting to run away. Chicoine up to 2nd. Chabuk trying to follow into 3rd. The fast line to the inside of Getchell. Josh St. Clair looked fast in that late going of that heat race. He's using that inside lane to his credit. Moves up into 4th. Brings Logan Melcher with him in the 41. David Getchell trying to hang on, but he is getting freight trained on the low side. St. Clair looking for a good line in that 14 to get by the multi-time champion Scott Chabuk. Scott making that 15 car as wide as he can, but here comes St. Clair. Brings it right out to the wall, pulls up even into turn 3. Couple champions going at it wheel to wheel. Chabuk brings them a little bit wide. Gives St. Clair that spot. 25/100ths of a second. St. Clair completes the pass and sets sail on the 01 of Steven Chicoine. Spin on the backstretch. First caution of the race comes out with 8 complete. First it was the 07 of Nick Calvert, then the 02 of Shane Lane.
Consistently, so yeah, season's dwindling down. Guys have hit the reset button for next year.
But Kevin Douglas trying to put an exclamation point on his championship season. Has the lead, but here comes the defending champ, Josh St. Clair, right up to his back bumper. Logan Melcher up to third. Ryan Ripley now moving up to fourth as Chicoine starts to back up some traffic. Chicoine has fallen back to fifth. Melcher, the runner-up in the point standings here in the 2022 season. It's been a good year for him. 3 podium finishes, but not that elusive second career win. They'll make it 12 complete this time by the line. Douglas with the lead, but not able to run away like he had in the early going. Josh St. Clair, the most recent winner, he has been fast and really putting the pressure on the champ. As we said, Josh has won 14 feature races over 4 different divisions. 3 in the Pro Stocks, 3 in the late models, 3 in the Super Streets, and 5 in the Strictly Streets. And Josh has already wrapped up the Strictly Street title. Next week, he can wrap up the late model Sportsman title. That'll give him 5 championships in the last 2 years, which already would put him tied for 3rd all-time here at Wiscasset Speedway. Lead trio looks solid. Got a good race developing there for 4th. The 09 of Ryan Ripley and the 15 of Scott Chabak. Shane Lane, sounds like things starting to go sour on that 02 car. And he is off the pace. Decides to shut it down. We'll see if he's able to make it all the way around onto pit road so we can keep this thing green. 3rd place, all alone, is Logan Melcher. Behind them, though, a good battle starting to heat up. Ripley's got that 4th spot. Chabak 5th on the outside. Chicoine is in the mix in the number 01. And we're at halfway this time by. 20 down, 20 to go. Some breathing room now for your race leader. As we said, they had to totally rebuild the front end of that car over at Distance Racing after a pretty violent wreck in the Boss Hog 150 when he was leading the race. Scott Chabak in the 15, able to race his way out around Ryan Ripley. Put the 15 car into 4th. Ripley shuffled back now to 5th. Fast lap of the race was turned by Kevin Douglas early on with a 14.94. It was actually a year ago in this race that Josh St. Clair set the new track record of 14.58 seconds. But St. Clair now starting to fall back a little bit. The interval a little over a second. And that is still growing. Closest battle right now is back there for fifth between the 09 of Ryan Ripley and the 01 of Steven Chicoine. As we said, Chicoine wrapping up third in the point standings and will also take home Rookie of the Year honors. This time by 10 laps to go for Kevin Douglas. St. Clair now starting actually to close up a little bit on the champ. The interval down under a second, about 9/10 of a second. Not sure if Douglas just laid back a little bit, tried to will this car all the way to the finish line in the win. That gap starting to stretch back out a little bit to nearly a full second. And some lap traffic up ahead to deal with. Miller Buzzell, the first car in the crosshairs. Assistant starter Larry Arsenal will work the passing flag on the 18 of Buzzell. Miller was one of the two drivers involved in that scary fire that also with Ryan Dean back on Boss Hog Day. Inside the final five. Douglas will set up shop on the outside of the rookie. Patiently work his way around that 18 of Buzzell. Next time by to be 2 laps to go for Kevin Douglas. St. Clair solid in second. Logan Melcher all alone in third. Chubbuck unchallenged in fourth. The top 5 still up for grabs between Ripley and Chicoine. White Laundry and one more time around. 3/8 of a mile to go for Kevin Douglas. Able to put an exclamation point on a championship season and his 6th win of the year. Kevin Douglas takes the win. Josh St. Clair finishes second, Melcher third, Chubbuck fourth, and Ryan Ripley will outrun Steven Chicoine to the stripe to round out your top 5. He's like, this one's for all you front-wheel drive guys. This is how it's done.
Ken, I give it a 9.9.
Hey, you know what? That smells like America right there. For the Brackett's Market 4-cylinder pros.
And Reed Reno had a slight upset in practice. He grazed the wall in the 77 car and messed up the body panels on the rear bumper, but glad to see they got that 77 car back together, and well, he's looking pretty good on the top side, running third. For a moment there in practice, I thought he was probably done for the day, but Reed Reno holding down the third spot as Andy Caherl takes charge over Josh Hall. Reed Reno to the inside of Josh Hall. He'll take second, and Silas Ripley will work the inside as well as Josh Hall sticks with the high side and leaves that door open. Josh Hall continues to stay in the second groove. Now they're 3 wide. He is up in the third groove as Taylor Lane and Burgess come up underneath him. Josh Hall falling backwards in a hurry. Back up to the third place battle. Some of our top contenders, Silas Ripley and Daniel Harding, going at it. Looked like there was slight contact in between 1 and 2 between them. Halfway flags last time around for the 19 of Andy Caherl and Reed Reno putting the pressure on. Josh Hall not feeling good in the 117. He'll send it pit side. 3 laps to go this time for Andy Caherl. Reed Reno keeping it up tight on the back bumper. A little bump going into turn 3 between them. Caherl fending him off with 2 laps left. Silas Ripley sneaking up on the top 2. He's going to make it a 3-car battle now for the top spot at the white flag. Silas Ripley up in the second groove now, trying to take second away from Reed Reno. The checkered flag is going to fly. Can Andy Caherl hang on to it? He'll pick up the Pro 4 4-cylinder Pro Stock heat race.
Ready to go at it, 25 laps, and the title is up for grabs.
Once again, Andy Caherl still looking for his first top 3 of the season. He'll lead the first lap.
Caherl leads them down to turn 3, and a big wad of cars heading into turn 3 as well. A lot of scrambling for position as the lead pair have pulled away. Reed Reno's got the second spot, and Josh Hall comes out of the mix in third. Ben Burgess fourth, and Daniel Harding trying to make history today. We'll tell you more about that as it gets closer. Strong run for the kid in the 77. Reed Reno backing up his excellent run in the heat race as well, keeping the leader under pressure. Lead pair of the division racing for third and fourth. And that cushion really 8 positions for Daniel Harding. Although Josh Hall owns the tiebreaker. Harding really doesn't have to force the issue at all. If he stays right there behind Josh Hall, he'll easily win the title. But tell a 12-year-old in a race car he's got to hold back. I'm not sure he's going to want to do that. Josh Hall in the 117, he was our May Driver of the Month, which puts him in the running for Driver of the Year honors here at Wiscasset Speedway. Ten laps down, we'll make it 11 this time by the line. I know Andy Caherl had some visions of a strong season. He's had a bit of trouble through the midpoint of the year, but he keeps plugging away. Certainly one of the drivers up for the Perseverance Award in this division. That's actually the car that Nicole Benincasa ran to runner-up honors in this class last year. Andy looking for his second career win. We're halfway through. Caherl had his breakthrough win last year. And looking to pick up career win number 2 today. Reed Reno second. Josh Hall all alone in third now. Silas Ripley, he's been a 2-time winner in car number 09. He holds down the 4th position. Daniel Harding running a smart race there in the 5th position. Doesn't really have to force it. Just keep the 117 within his sights. And he'll wrap up a historic championship here at Wiscasset Speedway. Silas Ripley starting to turn up the pressure on the 117 of Josh Hall. Has a fender underneath as they get to turn 3. Puts Silas up into 3rd. They've got a for sale sign on that number 09, so not really sure what Silas's plans for next year are. Daniel Harding able to slip by Ben Burgess as well. The handle starting to go away on that 117. But great sportsmanship as always out of Josh Hall. Not roughing anybody up. Reed Reno right to the back end of Andy Caherl. Things starting to get tightened up a little bit up there in the top 3. Jacoby Thacker about a straightaway ahead of the group as they head down into turn 3 and 4. Good to have Jacoby back with us. Silas Ripley able to get a nose underneath. He and Reed Reno get together.
Just say first career win, or first win of the season. He's still looking for his first podium. Andy Caherl. We are green for the final 3-lap sprint in the final championship race for the 4-cylinder Pro Stocks. A dead heat down the back chute. Caherl and Ripley.
Ripley leans on him in turn 4, but Caherl still got that spot. Silas trying to clear him. He'll complete the pass into turn 3. White flag set to fly. Josh Hall has come back into the picture as well. There goes Harding on the outside. Final time down through 3 and 4. Checkers are ready. Silas Ripley will run to win number 3 on the season.
Hey, Ken, how many wins did you say this was for Silas this year?
3rd win of the season for this young rookie, and he wraps up Rookie of the Year honors here in this division.
3rd win. And the car's for sale, folks. Anybody want to go 4-cylinder Pro Stock racing next year? Get this ride. Let him hear it, folks, in the 09. Silas Ripley. Silas, oh, heck of a run. The late race caution definitely helped you out there.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Donald E. Mecklen's, mainly concrete, DR Fly Construction. What? Mainly concrete. No. Mom, Dad, Ryan, Kelsey, Wayne, Tara, Mark, Gramp, Alec, Mike. That's it.
All right, hey, Silas, the car's for sale, obviously. What's the plan for next year if you sell it?
Talk to my dad.
Talk to Dad. All right. Well, they got plenty of them in the Ripley warehouse. I mean, Darren's racing the Super Street today. Ryan's racing the late model / Pro Stock. But congratulations to Silas Ripley. These guys are still taking some pictures here for Daniel Harding in 2nd and the championship. Youngest in Wiscasset Speedway history. Daniel Harding. Hey, yeah, we've told the fans plenty of times, but we'll tell you, you're the record holder for the youngest champion in Wiscasset Speedway history. Congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
How'd you like this season? How'd it go for you?
With this car, it started out, yeah, but definitely finished good.
And then we've already talked about the plans for next year. You guys are going to keep the late model that you. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. We gotta face the Racing America cameras. You're going to keep the late model that you're already racing and potentially purchase a Pro Stock?
Oh, yeah, that's the plan.
All right. Well, there was a photo finish next to Andy Caherl there. Did you think you had it?
I was definitely looking left, making sure I had it.
You were looking over there, going across the line?
Oh, yeah, I was looking like this.
Yeah. All right, Daniel, who do you got to thank?
Jeff and Libby from Yogi Bear Campground in Madison, Jeff Burgess, my dad, Austin, my Nana and Papa, my great-grandma for coming, and all the fans in Vanessa and Jordan.
All right, nice job. Daniel Harding, runner-up honors and the championship. And a new face to Victory Lane, Andy Caherl. How you doing?
Nick, it's so good to see you, finally. Yeah, we've been very average all year, you know. The young guns have been really fast, and this is our first time with this car, and we just struggled with it a lot of the year, but we've been good the last few weeks, so that was fun. I didn't need that caution, obviously, and we were a little too free on entry there, and Silas did a good job of pinching me, so congrats to him, and yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, you really dialed it in here for the final race. Anything new that you were trying out?
Yeah, we just worked on stagger a lot today. We actually put a new older set of tires on it for the feature. We didn't, I looped it in practice, and we had to make some adjustments there, just too free on entry. So we got it going pretty good, and yeah, I'm happy with the run today, just to be up here.
All right, Andy Caherl, why don't you give a shout out to your sponsors? Your first time this year being able to do that.
Yeah, a huge thank you to all my sponsors. They've been huge this year. We had a couple of new people come on. I got to thank Bob, the screen printer, who's been with me since day one. Ramsdale's Barbershop, K&A Property Services came on this year. They're actually really the only reason why we're here this week. We needed a new rack. We lost it at the halfway point of last week's race. We had a good car then too. So got to thank them, and of course I got to thank Binga's in Yarmouth, who feeds the crew all year long, and they've been huge. So and T&L Automotive. So can't do it without all of them, and of course my crew, my fiance. I forgot her last time I was up here, so I got to make sure I remember her, and of course all of my family, Matt, Michelle, Christy, Travis, of course Dee Dee, my mom, dad. everyone who comes out and supports us. We do it for fun, man, and that's what we're having. So really appreciate it.
All right, Andy Carrero wraps up the top 3, ladies and gentlemen.